I've done this, but this is just to start out, more like a practice run, I guess you could say. And let's just get this started. Now, I'm gonna start off with a simple training video. Like, I would be showing, I don't know, like just, for anyone who might not know about Battlefront somehow, I'll do one of the training missions. So, I know some people have air sickness or something like that, so sometimes when somebody is watching something with ships flying and moving, it can hurt them or make them feel sick. So I'm gonna do another cool one, and not the speed bite challenge, because apparently that's hard to do. I don't find it hard, but other people do. I'm gonna show you what it's like to be Darth Vader, and then afterwards, Emperor Palpatine. So it's very simple. It's just basically you're this overpowered hero, as they're called. But I mean, you're not a hero, of course. But okay, well they're called heroes, but because you're a villain, I mean, you're still called a hero. You're a hero, but you're not technically a hero. But yeah, it's I'll let the game show you. I'll explain how to do it in case anyone's a little like, how do I do this? But okay, now I'm about to choose from Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. Now I'm gonna start off with Darth Vader, and I'm just gonna tell you what he has. He has Force Choke, he has Heavy Strike, and Saber Throw. Emperor Palpatine has Chain Lightning, Imperial Resources, and Force Dash. Now I'm not gonna tell you what they do, so that way you can be a little surprised or find out for yourself. Ooh, I'll be quiet for the cutscene. This was kind of cool. Now you can actually do all of that in the game, so that's also pretty cool.
Destroy them all, my apprentice.
As you wish, master.
Alright, so we're starting out as Darth Vader. As some people say, big cheese. Oop! That was the Saber Throw. And this is my Deflector. Now, what's cool about that, it's not in the power-up list, but if you go on your if you go on your controller, it is L2 or left trigger 2. It's on triangle. Use triangle. It's a heavy attack. It's basically that. And I'm just swinging by hitting R1 or right trigger 1. It's a simple thing. That. Oh. Hey, that's a cool thing about Vader's block. When you block it, it can actually hit them and kill them with it. So I'm gonna show you another thing. Force Choke. It basically does that. You hit L1. This one is R1. It's basically right underneath the triggers. L1's underneath trigger 1, and R1's underneath, you know, trigger 2. Or yeah, bump. It's called bumper in some things, but yeah, this. And by the way, it's whenever you play a game, the controls will be in the same spot, but they're not gonna be like the same. They're not gonna be this. You know, they're not gonna be called the same. But the triggers and the bumpers are, but they're gonna be different. Like on the Xbox, it's not triangle. It's been a while since I played it though, but I think it's like. Actually, I forget. It's been a long time. But yeah, it won't be triangle for the Xbox or computer or anything like that. So it's telling me to Force Choke. Now, if you want to know how to sprint, you just grab. You see a trigger on your controller. The one on the right is to move, is to look around. The one on the left is to move. And if you hold that while walking, or you can talk, or it's just tap it. But with certain things you have to hold it. You can toggle it in settings. If you do that, you'll like do a little sprint. Now, Vader would most likely be dead if you're playing against other people right now, but this is just AI, not real people, so. So I'm just letting you know, this is, it's not my first YouTube video, but it's my first, well, no. I was gonna say it's my first video I've ever made, but no, I've made other videos, or been in other videos, I guess. And I had an attempt at making a video game video, but I would have had to edit and so much it wouldn't have been good. Video was pretty choppy too, so I ended up not using it. So this is gonna be my first I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it's a game. My first gaming video, I guess. And that right there is the end of the game. Well, it's more like training, teaching you how to play, but you know. Now I'm just gonna go over the I'm gonna do this one, but as Emperor Palpatine this time, and then I think after that I think I'll have time for an AT-AT. Or no, just this. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a the same thing I just did, but as Emperor Palpatine, and show you how he is, see if you like him, see if maybe even like him better. Now, mind you, he doesn't have a lightsaber, which is kind of odd since he's a Sith, but, you know. Alright, so now let's do this, but with Emperor Palpatine, show you what he does. So, as I said before, he has Chain Lightning, Imperial Resources, and Force Dash. And Vader, like we just saw, has Force Choke, Heavy Strike, and Saber Throw. So let's jump right in and check out Emperor Palpatine. Now I would skip this, but I know some people like to see it, so I'm just gonna keep this here for those of you who want it. Those of you who just want to skip it, just skip to 7:14, and you should be right there. But, I mean, I guess I kind of said that, you know, during it, so I guess it wouldn't work, but, you know. Now, you can block the blasters too, just like with Vader, but you can't redeflect them, which is kind of a shame. Now, this is Chain Lightning. I just hit L1, just like Vader's power-up, but it's basically anyone in a general area, like anyone in a certain radius will get hit by it. Like, anyone in an area will get chained. I think it's only 3 max. But it sometimes can be 1. I'm just gonna tell you what each thing does, and I'll just be quiet. So, sorry about that. The sound cut out for a second. Anyway, I'm just gonna tell you what each thing does, and then just be quiet so you guys get a chance to hear it. Now. Do you see that white bar above the L1? The L1's my health. The white one is actually the power for my Chain Lightning. Or, not my Chain Lightning, but it's my Lightning. So if I use it too much, eventually there's none left. So I have to wait for it to recharge. Like that. This one I'm about to show you is not L1, R1, right, it's right trigger, or right one, but it's the, like, underneath the trigger. It's kind of freaky! I gotta admit, it's pretty freaky. It's basically like a booster thing. Now, something pretty cool, it's gonna be the last thing and I'll be quiet now. What's interesting about Emperor Palpatine is that in the training, not in multiplayer, which is a shame, but in anything that's not multiplayer, when you hold triangle and you run into that, it's a hero health pickup for anyone. I think on Hero Hunt though it works. I think on like yeah, I'm pretty sure Hero Hunt it works like that. But other than that, other than non-multiplayer games in Hero Hunt, I'm pretty sure it's just Hero Hunt. It might be the other. No, it's Hero Hunt, and then I forget what it's called, but it's like 3 heroes and 3 heroes, but they're really kind of villains. They when that one in Hero Hunt, they have the ability. He has the ability to heal, just like Leia, which is I think one of the better players. Definitely Han against Han. Han's pretty bad. But anyway, healing when it's on multiplayer, not on the ones where it's like mainly involved on heroes like Hero Hunt or the team-based heroes or something that's not multiplayer. It's a it's just a power-up. So like when you're playing multiplayer, you'll see power-ups you can get, and same if you're playing Escape Pod. But like he'll drop instead of dropping the heal, he'll drop a power-up for any regular player to pick it up, and it's kind of cool. And another thing cool about both Padme and Palpatine, I know it's gonna be quiet, but I just want to say this before I go out. Palpatine and Padme, they actually can have 2 guardsmen spawn next to them or spawn with them when they're at 3 people. Or no, they can have 2 guards to help them out, which is kind of cool. So it's like they have a rocket launcher, one of those zoom in guns. I'm not sure what they are called, but it's like you zoom in and you zoom in and like get a lock and it follows them. Now I do want to say that gun used to be way more overpowered and I liked it. It took like 2 seconds and you were locked in and it was firing. It was so OP. But now not only did they oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. That was me, I was actually the person. But now they toned it down. They toned down the thing, so now it takes a lot longer to do it, so now it's not as effective. I do want to say though, if it's coming at you, get behind something. It's smart, it'll follow you, but it won't go over something or under something. So if you can just like get behind a wall or turn a corner, it really won't be able to follow you that easily. Well, if you turn a corner it might, but if it's like a sharp turn, it won't usually hit you in time. Or just jetpack out of there. I learned that works. I learned that works pretty well. So, yeah, I think that'll be it for my first practice video recording. It's been 12 minutes, or you know, ish, about 12 minutes, 16 seconds. So, if you want to, well, no, I mean, if you've been here this entire time, if you've been staying here and watching the video, then thank you a lot. And subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time for the next Battlefront video. Later.